it's procrastination
Yeah.
is the word that I think kills most of us, is the fact that you're going to sit there and you're going to say, oh, I'll get to this. Or I have an hour, I'm just going to do this. But then you don't get to it and you leave it. You put it on that burner and then you know what it does? It takes up mental capacity.
Yeah.
And that's the problem with procrastinating and not doing it. When you're on the treadmill, when you're out there shooting those shots, when you're out pounding the pavement, always be closing. We talked about that on a past podcast, It's when you're out there trying to put in the work, you're putting in work. You're actually doing it. So you don't have to think back and say, what if I did this? You're actually doing that. So it's not at the top of your mind. Every year I procrastinate about doing taxes. No, seriously. And it's like, all right, I still have a month to do it.
Yeah.
I know I have to do it. I'm like, a month? That's no problem. I'm just going to put my paperwork together. I'm going to get this to the accountant. We'll file it, no problem. Oh, I can't format a spreadsheet all of a sudden. And that's another day gone. Oh, my credit card thing's not downloading from my bank statement properly.
There goes another day.
There goes another day. And the next thing you know, it's like, oh, God, now I only have 4 days left.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I'm losing, honest to God, this is what happens, losing sleep, right? Losing mental capacity on it's starting to affect my day-to-day work. And it's just filing taxes, And it's if you don't start, then you're not going to get going. And the fun part about starting is I actually like doing all that stuff. I like digging through my work, looking for answers to questions.
Sure.
How much did I spend at Starbucks? What am I expensing there? What charting software did I use? What is this for accounting, for the taxes? I like doing it, but I have to start doing it. You have to start. And if you don't start, then you can't finish.
What do you think the root of that is?
So I think I have too many things going through my mind all the time. So it's like even when I'm trying to set up practices for the kids when I coach the baseball, it's like I'm always thinking, okay, what are we going to do? What's the first drill? What's the second drill? Okay, that's now 20 minutes. That's 30 minutes. So I'm always trying to think about planning something.
Mm-hmm.
And then sometimes I think about, oh, that'll be easy. I'll be able to figure that out. And then when you get in the spot, you're like, oh, man, I didn't plan enough drills for these kids.
Sure.
Right? So then in my mind, I'm always thinking to myself, I want to be as prepared as possible. But then I'm thinking about, okay, well, then I have that to do. Oh, no, now I also have to do this. And it's piling stuff on. And I think it's not putting it in the right compartments, which affects me.
Yeah.
Like when I'm at work and I'm trading, I'm also thinking about other things. So then I start to pile on work on top, instead of just saying, okay, I need to buy these movie tickets for tonight, just get it done. Instead I'm like, oh, as the day goes on, it's like, I still got to do that. I still got to do that. And then something else happens, and then blah, blah, blah. And you go on. And then the next thing you know, you have too many things piled up.
Yeah.
And for me, that leads me to just pushing the things that are less important down, but then they're still up there.
I think it snowballs too.
Right, exactly. I think that's a good.
Yeah, in a certain extent, and people can maybe apply this to their everyday life. In that, if you use the example of movie tickets, maybe it starts with movie tickets. Then maybe it's that work assignment that you have to get done by Friday. Oh, it's Friday.
Right.
I still have time.
And then Thursday night happens. You get an email that says, "Where's that assignment?"
Exactly.
I forgot about it.
And then you're up until 3 a.m. But it snowballs. And
just technology can solve all of this.
Yeah.
And that's why we're trying to use Google Calendar.
Yeah.
Put everything in there. Set alarms. Set alerts. It's really easy to do. It just takes time to do it. And I think that's the big thing for me is just making sure. And I'm lucky enough that my wife is fantastic at this. We keep a family calendar. It has all the kids' stuff in there. And I open it up and can instantly see absolutely everything in there. And I think that's helped so much in organization because then you can see which hours of the day, maybe less than an hour, that you have time to do something for yourself.